Historic and fun. Note: if anyone should wonder why so many of the yesteryear columns have referenced Vermilion's Abel, Nageli, Geoffrey, Aemon, and Rathbun families, it is 1. Because these families are deeply rooted in the history of Vermilion, Ohio, and 2. It's because members of these families have kindly allowed me access to a plethora, and I mean a plethora, of photographs that help better delineate that history. Aside from that, they are just great pictures. One of the photographs, i.e. the one in the middle appearing with this week's essay, was the subject of a previous column some years back. The one beneath it is new to me, but was apparently taken on the same day in a slightly different location. I would guesstimate that both portraits were taken around the year 1901. While the girl's clothing is indicative of that period, knowing 2 of the women pictured is also helpful. The lady pictured on the left in all the photographs is Hattie Abel Rathbun. She was born in Vermilion in 1883 and died in 1945. Just to her right in the middle photo is her older sister Ollie Abel Nageli, born in 1881 and died 1946. The sisters and their friends all appear to be in their late teens or very early 20s. And though it is impossible to say exactly what the occasion for such dress might have been, for this was certainly not their daily wear, the early buds on the trees around them, as well as the fact that they were comfortable sitting on a sidewalk in the lower photo, suggests that it was a warm spring day, perhaps Easter. For several years I puzzled over the location of the lower photographs. One Sunday morning I actually jumped into my vehicle and cruised around the northern part of town in search of something that might help identify the spot, but to no avail. And then, a month or so ago, a member of the Nageli family allowed me to develop the top photograph from a glass negative that was taken by Hattie's and Ollie's father, Vermilionite barber, photographer Jacob Abel. Note: the inset pictures were not on the glass negative, but were added by myself for this particular printing. In this photo, the young lady on the left is Hattie, and the one to her right is her sister Ollie. The corresponding insets portray both girls when older. The identity of the little girl sitting on the lawn is unknown. And the lady reading the newspaper on the porch, one might safely assume, is the girl's mother, Filipina, born in 1858 and died in 1931. This photo is probably circa 1896 and was taken in the yard of the family home on Washington Street. The same house is plainly visible in the background of the bottom photograph. Consequently, and finally, it is safe to say that all the photographs were taken on the west side of Washington Street between Liberty, Ferry, and Huron Streets. It is also safe to say that much has changed along those streets since those shadows were captured. To be sure, these photographs help better delineate, explain, define the history of our community. But even if they didn't, they're still fun to look at.